Hello, I'm Miss White and I'm going to be talking you through how you can best support your child's revision in triple science. So I'm going to begin with the biology paper. However, you'll notice that biology, chemistry and physics all have the same details when it comes to the weighting of the exams. So for biology, there'll be two 1 hour and 45-minute papers which the students must sit in the summer of 2022. Each paper is worth 100 marks and equates to 50% of their biology GCSE. These papers will be made up of a mixture of multiple choice, structured, closed short answer questions, as well as open responses, which can be worth anything up to 6 marks. In the table below, you can see details of the 7 topics that the students will have studied prior to their examinations in the summer. Chemistry has the exact same weighting in terms of the 2 examinations, and in the table you can find the 10 topics that they will have studied. Feel free to pause the video if you want to make a note of any of these topics. And finally, physics. So the 2 papers in physics will cover these 8 topics listed below. With regards to mock examinations, the triple science students will be doing a paper 1 in each of biology, chemistry and physics. They've also recently done short assessments covering the first unit of the 3 disciplines as well, and they hopefully all adequately prepared for those assessments. Results of those have been shared with the students, but feel free to contact us should you require any more information. So what can your child be doing to prepare? So firstly, when they're in class, they need to make sure that they're listening carefully and they are contributing. In science, we have lots of specific words, equations and ideas that they need to be really familiar with and be able to articulate and write down as well. They need to make sure that they're making clear notes and that they fully completed their notes, because otherwise we don't want them to have gaps in their knowledge. So it's really crucial that they're making good class notes, because this will be a crucial resource when it comes to revision. If they don't know something, it's really important that they ask. There's not going to be any judgment on students asking lots of questions. That's what we want. Making sure that everyone is, really comfortable in their own knowledge. So just get them to check if they've got anything that they're not quite sure of. With regards to at home, they need to make sure that they're completing all of their homework and looking over notes regularly. I will come back to homework just in a second. They were all provided with revision guides towards the end of last year. Should they need another one, if you contact the school, we might be able to get you one slightly cheaper than if you were to purchase it yourself. Make sure they're keeping a list of keyword and definitions. So over the course of this year, we will be providing the students with different keyword sheets and things like that. So make sure that they're keeping those safe and they're looking over those regularly. And they also have access to GCSE Pod and Educate. GCSE Pod is something that will be shared whole school-wide if it hasn't already been so. And the students can use this as well as Educate as a really good revision tool alongside their Seneca that they are doing for their homework. So extra suggestions for help at home. So please make sure that you're checking that they're doing their homework. Obviously we check here in school, but it's really nice if the parents can be checking along as well. All homework's going to be set on Seneca, and we will be signposting the students for BBC Bite Size as well. So with regards to command verbs, on the screen here you can see some really common command verbs that it's really important that the students know, and just some examples of where they might be used in a scientific context. So feel free to pause the video and have a look over these, maybe discuss these with your son or daughter should you wish. It's really important that they know what these command verbs mean, so that in the examination they can access the questions and they know exactly what the question's asking them. With regards to physics specifically, so there is a list of physics equations that the students need to know, and they will be provided with flashcards to help in their preparation for this. There's also some equations that they'll get given in the exam, so it's important that the students know which ones they are going to get given, which are the ones that you can see on the screen here, and they don't spend time revising these ones when it's the flashcards that they'll be getting given out, which are the important equations that they need to know. So as you can see here, I've got an overview sheet of all the equations, and it's clearly detailed which ones they need to learn and which ones they will be given. Like I said, the students are going to be given flashcards to further help them in their revision of these equations. They've also been given the sheet that you can see on the screen a couple of weeks ago, so hopefully they still have access to this. If not, feel free to ask them to come and speak to me, and I'll quite happily get them another one. So one of the final things is homework. So I did mention this a little bit earlier, but just to reiterate that all science homework is going to be set on Seneca, and the students must achieve a minimum of 80%. If they don't achieve 80%, it's really important that they reattempt these tasks. Whilst they complete the task, they must be making notes. They have been shown in lessons, and it's been modelled how to use the Cornell note-taking method. The idea is that all these notes that they produce throughout the year, they can use to help them in preparation for their exams. So homework is going to be set fortnightly for each discipline. So as you can see listed here, biology is going to be set every Wednesday in week A, chemistry Monday in week B, and physics Thursday in week B. So that means they have 2 weeks to complete each science discipline's homework. And finally, just to summarise what to expect. So the students will be getting some physics flashcards during this week. They'll have access to lots of past papers. If the students would require any additional access to past papers, please feel free to let us know, and I'm more than happy to photocopy some extra and provide them with some more. But they will be provided with these at appropriate intervals throughout the year. And we'll also start doing fluency testing. Fluency testing improves their working scientifically skills. So as well as being able to remember and recall knowledge in an exam, there's also some key scientific skills such as graph drawing, identifying variables, etc. that is really important for science examinations. If at the end of this presentation there's still anything that is unclear, please feel free to send myself, Dr. Loxton, or Mrs. Aviard, who's the head of science, an email, or ask for a quick phone call, and we're more than happy to clear anything up or answer any questions. Thank you for listening. Bye.